Good morning. Sun just come up a little while ago. I'm packed up about 7 o'clock. I'm gonna get a little water because it's another stretch of almost 10 miles with no water. I gotta make sure I got at least 2 liters. That's gonna be some heavy. I got a big climb with 2 liters of water. Jeez. That's what you gotta do. I can hear Interstate 77. White blaze, going the right way. It's I-77 down there. Hi. We got a deli. One problem is it's closed on Saturday. Closed on Saturday. Today's Saturday. Shoot, I didn't even see that. I'm lucky the way I stepped out, I broke my ankle. I came by, I didn't even see it, but I stepped like this over it, so oh, I got lucky. I think this is Interstate 77. But anyway, we got back there, and there's no water for this section for another 10 miles. And I got back there with a couple other hikers, and that outpost door was closed. The guy comes up there to open it up, asking for some water. He just ignores us, goes in there, locks the door. And that's how some of them are out here. We couldn't find no water, so we got a shuttle. A guy come up there, pick us up for a shuttle. $20. It's like a 5-minute trip to town, but you really can't walk it. It's like 5 miles. And he gave us a ride to the dollar store for 20 bucks. And stopped at Subway, got a sub. I got a gallon of sweet tea, filled a couple of my jugs up, gave the rest of the sweet tea away back there. And so I'm doing good. I got like a liter and a half of sweet tea, and then another half a liter of water. I mean, I'm pretty loaded down, but I'm good, man. I'm gonna keep. I'm full. I still got half a sub back there to pack. I ate another 1,300 calorie meal before I even left. I ate a bunch of stuff out of my food bag, so we're doing good. I thought that trail went over like a walkway, but it don't. That's another crossing somewhere. This road, I got to keep an eye. I can't remember where this thing cuts back into the woods, but we're across the interstate now. This is like an old runaway truck ramp, I think is what this is, but it's not connected anymore. I don't know what. That's weird. It don't go up anywhere. Huh. All right. And they were advising not to drink out of this creek. Oh, got pollution in it. All right, let's go. Back there at the interstate, now the only option I would have had that interstate, there was no water. The next good water was up here at that shelter, but it's like a half a mile downhill, or a third of a mile down, straight down 7 switchbacks to get to the water, and it was trickling stream. Well, it just rained, so it's probably all right, but it dips into a pool. You got to pull it out. Yeah, water's scarce in this area right here. But after that shuttle to town, I got a gallon of sweet tea, and then I bought a box of honey buns, them iced honey buns from the dollar store, and then a box of nature-owned candy bars, and threw all that in my food bags. My food bag got heavier, even though I ate a bunch out of it. Then I bought a sub, loaded down, ate the sub, drank a big old giant Coke, some chips. That's 18 bucks at Subway now. Loaded down chicken teriyaki. So I got that back there. So that's more. I got about a third of a sub I tucked away back there. I didn't want to eat it all. And my body was full ketosis this morning. I went without breakfast, so I trained. And so I'm just burning fat, just ketones, fat, and no carbs. All my glycerin load is gone, and then all of a sudden I ate a big meal, which was planned, and fortified. And then I go to town and I pound all this sugar and make all that sweet tea and spiked my insulin. My insulin spiked sky high right now, sky high down there. So if you know a little bit about your health, when your insulin spikes, you're not going to burn any fat at all. You're not going to burn. Ketone production stops completely in the liver. You don't burn any fat at all. None, zero. And your body hadn't had time to really process the digested food, so you can actually get a sickly feeling when you go back. So you need to take a break. So I took about a 30 minute break, 45 minute break, and drank some water, drank some fluids, and then started, but my body by now, it's kind of a Lamborghini, a hybrid Lamborghini. I can go ketosis, full blown ketosis, or I can burn straight glycerin. Either way, body prefers, especially on a climb, it prefers to burn fat, but I'm burning kind of both of it most of the time, unless I really spike my insulin like I just did. But that's okay. I can do both. I got all this sweet tea back here, which is an enormous amount of calories. I gave some of it away back here to the other hikers. But one 16-ounce cup of sweet tea, I think or 8 ounces of sweet, something like that. It's like 111 calories. Just all that sugar. A cup of sugar per gallon, you make sweet tea. So that spikes the insulin, but it's okay. I can burn it. I'm cruising along. I did this monster climb to get back up here, and I already did that. It was really good, really steep grade, eighth of a mile. Got a view. It was about an eighth of a mile. I mean, not eighth of a mile, a little less than a mile. And that's what a lot of these really hard climbs. You go up 1,000 feet in the course of a mile. That's a pretty stiff climb. And that was probably in that neighborhood back there, somewhere around there. But that's a good climb. Now if it's You go up 1,200 feet, 1,000 feet in the course of 2.5 miles or so. So that's still a good climb, but it's not, it's not what you call a straight up. All right, we got a little up here to go. I'm gonna get off. All right, it ain't so steep where I can't talk. All right, here's my plan. Here's my new, or not my new plan. It's still the same old plan, but it's looking good. I'm at mile, I think 487 right now, somewhere around there. Not even that far, probably 484 or 494, something like that. Or 594, I'm sorry. But what I want to get over 600 at least today. And that's probably going to take me till 5 or 6 o'clock. I'd like to get beyond that. That'll put me 40 miles from Pearisburg. And then tomorrow, Sunday, I'll have Sunday and Monday. I should have that knocked down to somewhere under 10 miles to Pearisburg, or somewhere in that neighborhood. The idea is to hike into Pearisburg next Wednesday. I've got the food to get there. That's not going to be a problem. So that's what I'm looking at. And I just looked at the weather. Had a signal back there around the interstate, and the weather, it's going to be warmer, kind of a warming trend after these rains. And it's going to be warm tonight. I mean, I sweated on that last climb. I had to get rid of my mid layer. I mean, I was sweating. And so the weather's going to be really nice. It's going to be dry, so which is not good for the rain source or water sources, but it's kind of conducive to hiking. Maybe a little bit too warm, but it's conducive to getting up early in the morning and getting going. Because I sleep good at night, and I'll be able to get right up without freezing my tail off. And so that'll be good. But 40 miles, yeah, that's 2.5 day hike for me now. It's 40 miles. Whereas, wouldn't have been like that before, but I got my trail, I'm feeling good. I got my trail legs. I'm going down a little bit now. But it's really nice out here, and I'm gonna make some miles today. What kind of snake is that? Looks like a little baby timber rattler. I want him to bite me. Looks like he got a diamond head. I don't know. We have to stay away from him. He has a telephone pole sitting out here in the middle of nowhere. And I don't think it's a telephone pole. It looks like, by the looks of the bulb up there, an old telegraph pole. Maybe for the railroad. Interesting. And it's just anchored there. It's an old telegraph pole, I bet you. Wow. It's old. Huh. All right, there's the Appalachian Trail. I'm up here on top, up here. Found me a good camping spot here. I'm going to go between this tree and that big tree. There's actually a few trees I can use up here. I'm going to stay. I'm going to camp right here. And in the morning, it's a ways. It's going to be a dry camp tonight, but I've got enough to get through. Got a half a liter of water, and I got some sweet tea, another half a liter, more than half a liter of sweet tea. So I'm going to eat cold too. I'm not going to cook and use up water. I need some more to get out. I don't know where they're talking that next shelter, even that spring's dry, but I had a southbounder said it was running, so I don't know. But even after that, I can push on. I'm going to hit some good water by noon tomorrow, anywhere by mid-morning, so it really don't matter. I'm going to get a good night's sleep thanks to that little shuttle into town, that Subway. I got half a Subway sandwich in there still to eat, so I mean I'm good. 40 miles from Pearisburg, and my legs are feeling really good. I looked at the profile tomorrow. Probably be able to put it in 20 tomorrow. I got to take a good look at it. Let me go ahead and set up camp. Yeah, the springtime's getting here, and the day is hot, and that's how it does it. It rains, turns cold, and then it goes on a warming trend. And it's supposed to rain Wednesday. Today's Sunday, so it got hot this afternoon, or started getting hot. I'm talking about hot in the 70s. And I'm up here on top of this rise, right up here on top of this ridge. A little bit of a breeze, and it's kind of cool. And that's the neat thing about a hammock. It takes about just a couple minutes just to do your initial hang. See, put it on the trees right here. Then I'm testing out the length Just got a doggone fly in here. Doggone it. Gotta get him. Alright, all the flies are out. But this hammock, it sits nice and flat. And if it looks comfortable, it's because it is. I come in, I ain't even got my shoes off yet.